What's going on, everybody? Smirking Pixel, and today I'm going to bring you a video on aiming drills, something that's going to help you on console for aiming. And it's pretty basic, pretty easy. I think that everybody can definitely do this. It's going to take a little practice, but we're going to talk about some things here. So as far as with your aim, now I would have to say that the most important thing is getting familiar with the right stick, and with controller it's a little more difficult, I think, to do the aiming for some people. And what you want to think about is you have two sticks. You have your left and your right. Your left moves you strafes, and then you have your right, which helps you with your aim, right? Everyone knows this, pretty basic. However, you want to work on your right stick. You want to be able to use your right stick more reliably when you're fighting somebody. You got to turn on them, target acquisition, things like that. So what I do is this little drill. Helps me before I start a match, gameplay, competitive, whatever. So you want to do training, load it up, and you can start with a character like McCree who you have to be accurate with, which will help you with target acquisition. That's what you're going for when you're doing this drill. From this vantage point, you have this top target, you have this target to move to, and you have all these other targets that are over here, right? So what I'll do is I'll do nothing but use the right stick. And what you want to do is you don't want to try and get to the target as fast as possible. You want to be as accurate as possible. You want to try and make sure that that crosshair is on the target before you pull that trigger. So you don't want to try and go like this and then you're trying to hit it and you're just all over the place. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is focus. Make sure that you line up your shots as accurate as possible before you start just firing away. And you're not trying to like kill everything as fast as possible in this drill. All you're trying to do is get target acquisition so it feels comfortable. So you're with your right stick, you're comfortably moving your stick around the screen with your right stick to acquire your targets. And over time, you'll see that you get a little bit faster each time, and that's going to come as you do this more and more. But as you see, I'm not speeding it. I'm just trying to make sure I land a shot. And that's the biggest thing. You want to make sure you're landing that shot. And that's what I'm doing here. Is I may pull off to the too far to the right or too far to the left, but I'm still trying to acquire that target and be accurate. I'm going to move over to here, try and acquire the target. Move over to here, try and acquire that target. Move over to here, and so on and so forth. You're just going to you can do a circle and just acquire your targets, try and kill as many as you can while being accurate with your shots. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go around in a circle, acquiring my targets, any targets that come along. I'm going to attack them, and until I can get a little bit faster with it, until I can speed things up a little and make it a little quicker. So then you can start going into more speed kills. You can go around, moving just your right stick, acquire your targets, and it should go a little bit faster as you go along. So I'm gonna go and try and get that. As you can see, I'm going too fast for me. So I'm going too fast, and you see that when you know you're just missing targets completely. You're going like way too fast, like, oh, I gotta kill it, oh my god, I'm so but that's not what you gotta focus on. What you gotta focus on is consistency, guys. You have to consistently hit shots when you're doing these drills. You want to make sure that you hit your target each time, moving your stick to hit the target every single time. So that's just one drill that I do, but I'll do it with more than just McCree. I'll do it with Soldier. You can do it with some of the longer range characters. It kind of helps with them just to have that target acquisition. And I'll even show you can even do it with a character like, say, Zen or Anna. You take your right stick, right stick, just moving it around your targets, and that's all I did right there, was just right stick it. And you can develop your own little drills and things like that just based on this, but the important thing is you just use your right stick to acquire your targets. Don't use your left stick. And that's going to force you to use that stick more often when you're acquiring targets, and it's going to make you more accurate. But see, I'm all over the place, right? So maybe my sensitivity is a little off, or maybe I should lower my sensitivity because I can't handle getting that target that much faster. Also helps with adjusting your sensitivity to where you need to be. So I'm a little off. So I'm gonna go into my sensitivity, and you see I'm at 40-30. So that might be too high, but I also have aim smoothing off 0 with 70 ease in and linear ramp. So I've been toying with different settings now that we've got the aim, you know, aim smoothing, aim ease, and those kind of things. And I'll cover that in another video, but this is just kind of a drill video. So I'll bring myself down to 35, and I always like to keep it a little bit, you know, lower on the vertical just to help with making sure I can get a target in the air. So I'm going to go back through with my right stick, and then I'm going to start trying to acquire my targets. Maybe it's too low. Maybe I should be getting those targets that much faster. Or it's too high. So here I'm just going to go along, and I can't acquire that target as fast as I should. I should be on the target way faster, right? And that's what I should be looking at, is making sure I get on those targets as fast as possible. And that's part of what the drill helps you with as well. So I'm going to readjust my aim a little bit more. I'm just going to go down to, say, let's go down to 30, and we'll leave it at 20. We'll do the 10 adjustment. So I'm going to just go at 30, right? So this is maybe what's comfortable for me. Maybe something else is comfortable for you. You know, streaking it across. See, it kind of went a little far for me, so I might even go lower, because aim ease in might adjust it differently. So that's the thing. The key about your aim is that you have to find that comfortable zone. You have to find what's comfortable for you when it comes to sensitivity, because nobody is going to be the same. I can give you opinions on what a lot of people run that are successful, or just kind of tell you what others are doing, but really comes down to whatever your preference is, whatever's most comfortable for you. See, that feels a little better for me, and I'm getting more shots. Now we're going to do something a little different, which will help you with your aim also, but it has to do with movement. So you can come up here. It's another drill you can do. Hey guy, what's going on? You can kill that guy. So you have these rotating platforms on this training map, and they go around the map. So we're gonna hop on one, and I'm going to kind of illustrate what you can do when you do that, right? So I'm just gonna sit here with my right stick while I'm moving and try and hit these targets. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just going to sit here as I move around the target. Each target, right? I can even play with those targets if I want to. Now, I actually can't say that I take all credit for coming up with this. I watched Kefri, who's a great Widowmaker. He does this with the mouse, but I've kind of adapted it to a controller and he'll use just his mouse when he's aiming, and I'm using just my right stick, which is kind of, I feel like, an equivalent to that. So that way you can just adjust your shots as you're going around the circle, and you can adjust how you attack something. So say you're on a like Volskaya and you're on the platform moving around, you want to hit somebody, you can hit somebody. Helps out a lot. So just some practice key points, guys. You don't want to use your left stick. You want to make sure you're using your right stick for any aim movements, things like that. And hopefully this helps you guys. I really like seeing the comments, guys, the ones that are saying it helped you, and the last video that I put for improving your aim with the tips that I put on for console. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing on my my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. Recently got to 1,500 subscribers. That's amazing. The more people I can help, the better. And yeah, guys, like, favorite, subscribe, smash it hard on that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.